Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Jnanatimirandhasya Gnananjanasalakaya Chakshurumilitamaya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshakarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Very inspired, mesmerized, humbled by your eagerness to hear Krishna Katha. Day after day, these last 6 days, today is 7th day, devotees are coming here morning, evening, weekday, weekend, traffic days, traffic timings, still they are manifesting in such big numbers every day. That's not a small thing. As Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the most fortunate person is one who has taste for hearing Krishna Katha. We are very I am fortunate to witness such a wonderful group of devotees who have such intense taste for hearing Hare Katha. This morning we discussed Narada Muni's meeting with Bruhad Maharaj. Narada Muni glorified Bruhad Maharaj, and Bruhad Maharaj refuted the praise of Narada Muni. And finally, Prahlad Maharaj diverted all this glorification towards Narada Muni. My dear Guru, Narada Muni. Beginning a katha by making you auspicious invocation. So Prahlad Maharaj said, Narada Muni, you have glorified me so much. Right? All these are your glories. Whatever little credit I have, it's only because of you. Otherwise, there is no hope for a person like me to be even called or addressed as a devotee. But nevertheless, I only remembered Krishna sometimes, especially when I have difficulties. But I never did any service to the Lord. And the Lord did not give me so many opportunities to serve. He gave me darshan, He gave me affection, He gave me a hug. But all that was short-lived. My association with Lord Narasimhadev is only for a brief amount of time. After that, not many minutes. But Hanumanji got the perpetual association of Lord Ramachandra. He extended himself to render so many services to Lord Ram and his devotees, and he became extremely dear to all the devotees of Lord Ramachandra. Even now, if you see, Hanumanji is most non-controversial personality. You take different sampradayas, different Vaishnava lineages, South India, North India, outside India. You take children, elders, men, women, for everybody, Hanuman is favorite. Right? Nobody has any objection about whatever Hanuman did. Even people find fault with Lord Ramachandra that he has released an arrow to kill Bali in such a way. People have some comments on Lord Ramachandra also. He asked Sita to enter Agni, he kind of rejected Sita, banished. So people have comments on Lord Ramachandra and people have comments on Lord Krishna. So many comments. He danced with the gopis of Vrindavan. He induced Arjuna to release an arrow with Karna struggling with his chariot wheel. He inspired Bhima to pick the thread. So people comment on Krishna and Ram also, but hardly anyone on Hanumanji. Hanumanji's all activities he has done are universally, unanimously acceptable to everybody. That is Hanuman. But see the qualities of Hanuman. We only discussed the qualities of Hanuman as spoken by Prahlad Maharaj so far. Now we will discuss his qualities as spoken by Narada Muni. After some time, we will see Hanumanji's qualities from his speech only. So many of his qualities are being revealed. He doesn't speak about his qualities. He doesn't boast about himself. But the way he speaks reveals so many of his wonderful qualities and mood and his emotions. And we need to be intelligent enough and smart enough to catch them, learn from them, try to imbibe them in our own lives. With your kind permission, I would like to go a little slow and recite shlokas. Hanuman is nectarian. Whatever we spoke so far, whatever we discussed is also nectarian. But when Hanuman comes in Bruhad Bhagavatamrita, the whole scene turns to a different direction. And because of maybe our connection with Hanuman more, and I also have a personal favoritism towards Hanuman. Since childhood, that's one thing. But you see, we were initiated on Hanuman Jayanti Day. On 30th March 2010. 2014, on Hanuman Jayanti day, our worshipable deities Sri Sri Radha Vrindavan Vihari have been installed at GE. So, double on the same day. Vrindavan Vihari's birthday and our birthday, our spiritual birthday, both same, on Hanumanji's birthday. So we had some special connection with him. Anyways, so Hanumanji is in Pimpurusha Loka, experiencing intense feelings of separation from Lord Ramachandra, feeling left out. Sugriva was taken to eternal Ayodhya Dham. All the Ayodhyavasas are taken to eternal Ayodhya Dham. Lord Ramachandra did not leave any of his devotees on this planet, but he left Hanumanji. Hanumanji, may you become a Chiranjeevi, may you stay here, may you relish Ram Nam Sankirtan, Ram Katha, go and sit on all the classes happening during Ram Navami time, or whenever Ram Katha is going on, go and sit there. But I am in Ayodhya. So Ram said that. So Hanumanji is chanting the names of Ram. Suddenly he saw Narada Muni descending from sky. And Hanumanji looked at him. Both are brahmacharis. Right? So when there is same ashram, there is an extra connection. So when you are wandering in America or Australia, you find an Indian. You find an Andhra. Sorry, Telangana. When I left this place, both states are same.
Still same only, bro.
Still same only, very good. So you find someone who speaks your native language from your own native Gachibowli area, for example. Then there is some extra emotions involved. So Hanumanji is a brahmachari, Narada Muni is a brahmachari. Both are pure devotees of the Lord. They saw, oh, Narada Muni is coming to meet me. I am deprived of any association here. And there are some Gandharvas who are singing glories of Lord Ramachandra, but I want someone of the caliber of Narada Muni to assist me in relishing Ramana. So Hanumanji became very excited. So in ecstasy, Hanumanji jumped into the sky as Narada Muni is descending. So in the sky they embraced each other. They started dancing. And it's an ecstatic meeting. And they offered praises to Lord Ramachandra. Then Hanumanji starts praising, Narada Muni starts praising Hanuman. He says, Sriman Bhagavatah Satyam Tvameva Paramam Priyah Aham Chatat Priyo Bhuvan Adhyayatvam Yalokayam. For those who have the book, I am reading the 61st shloka of the 4th chapter. He says, Sriman Bhagavatāh Sakti, oh blessed Lord, oh blessed Hanuman. Sriman or Sriman, this word is generally used to indicate someone who is blessed by Sri, Goddess Lakshmi. Oh blessed Hanuman, how is Goddess Lakshmi blessing Hanuman? With devotion. The Goddess of Fortune blesses us with the devotion to Krishna. The real blessings of Goddess of Fortune Lakshmi Devi is when we have the wealth of devotion and not when we have material wealth. So we are truly blessed and dearest devotee of the Supreme Lord. Today, just by seeing you, I have become very dear to the Lord. When we see someone who is dear to the Lord, we will also become dear to the Lord. Never underestimate the darshan of a Vaishnava. Darshane pavitra kore, ei tomara. So darshane pavitra kore means the darshan of a pure devotee also purifies our consciousness, coming in contact with them. And he says, Parikshit Maharaj says to Sukadeva Goswami, Yesham samsmarana pumsah satyah shuddhyanti vaikrihaah kim punardarshana sparsha pada shauchasanadibhi. Say it. Yesham samsmarana pumsah satyah shuddhyanti vaikrihaah. Yesham samsmarana, just by remembering a devotee, automatically we are purified, our homes are purified. Satyah Shuddhyanti Vaikraha. Satyah means immediately. Shuddhyanti means purified. What is purified? Our grahas. Homes are purified. Kim punar darshana sparsha pada shauchasanadibhi. If remembrance of a devotee purifies us so much, what is took of darshana? Seeing the devotee. Sparshana, touching the devotee. Pada shauchasana means washing the feet of the devotee, or asana, offering a seat to the devotee and giving hospitality to the devotee. That's the purifying potency of a pure devotee. Narada Muni, he himself is a pure devotee, but he says, "Oh, pure devotee Hanuman, by seeing you, I have become dear to the Lord. I have developed some devotion. I have become purified." When there is purity in consciousness, naturally, we see purity everywhere. When we see purity in others, we aspire to become pure. We aspire to become pure like them. But when we see impurity, sometimes we aspire to become impure like others. That is, sangat sanjayate kam. Sangha, the kind of association we keep around ourselves, that will induce that kind of desires in our hearts. So, now Hanumanji said, "Oh, Narada Muni, thank you so much for coming here. Come, let's go to our temple." They went to Lord Ramachandra's temple. So Hanumanji became very sober, bowed down to Narada Muni. He did not immediately defend himself. Still there in the air only. Let's land now. The two airlines, Hanuman Airlines and Narada Muni Airlines met. Just imagine two flights are meeting in the sky and embracing each other. Right? No clash here. So ecstasy. So they both landed in the Kimpursha Loka. Hanumanji established a beautiful temple and started worshipping the beautiful deity of Lord Ramachandra. So Narada Muni, he took Narada Muni there so that Narada Muni also could offer obeisances to Rama. Let me go to Chaitanya Charitamrita for a moment. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was going from Shantipur to Jagannath Puri, 4 devotees accompanied him. Nityananda, Jagadananda, Damodara, Mukunda. After reaching Jagannath Puri, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thanked all these devotees. I am very obliged to you. You are my dearest friends because you have appropriately behaved like a friend. Who is a friend? What is the most appropriate and befitting behavior of a dear friend? A friend is one who brings us closer to Krishna. A friend is one who enables us to take darshan of Krishna. Because you brought me all the way to Jagannath Puri and gave me the darshan of Lord Jagannath, you are my dearest friends. Mahaprabhu said. And here is Hanumanji acting in a very friendly way with Narada Muni and taking him to Lord Ramachandra's deity and just please take darshan of this deity. So Narada Muni started playing his veena and he started speaking. So Narada Muni picked up his veena and in great ecstasy he started musically glorifying Hanumanji. So he praises. Oh, my dear Hanuman, you are the greatest recipient of Lord's mercy. You are always immersed in an ocean of ecstatic worship of the Lord. You are enjoying your worship, you are enjoying your Rama Bhakti in newer and newer ways always. Chitra Chitra Bhajanamrita Bhajanamrita Arnavaha Bhajana Amrita Arnavaha. Bhajan, worship of the Lord, is like Amrit, nectar. And it's not just one cup of nectar. Amrita Arnavaha. It's an ocean of nectar. Chitra Chitra, very wonderful. So you are always immersed in varieties of devotional service to the Lord, which is like ocean of nectar. I'm very grateful to you. So Prema Bhakti Rasa is called Amrit. It's called nectar. And when we are chanting the names of the Lord, or worshipping the Lord, or hearing Harikatha, or speaking Harikatha, we are basically immersing ourselves in ocean of nectar, pools of bliss. Iti driksvalila bhirananda kunde swadhosham nimajjantam akyapayantam tadiye shitarneshu bhakterjitatvam punah prematastam shatavriti bandhe. In Nitidrik Svalilabhir Ananda Kunde Svaghosham Nimajjantam. Damodar is immersing his devotees in pools of ecstasy. Ananda Kunda means pools, pools of bliss. And Gajendra says, Ekantino yasya nakanchanaartham vanchanti yevai bhagavat prapanna atyadbhutam tacharitam sumangalam gayanta ananda samudramagna. Gayanta ananda samudramagna. Devotees are those people who sing the glories of the Lord and immerse themselves in an ocean of bliss, spiritual bliss. And Hanumanji is one of the best examples of those who are bathing in that ocean of bliss. Narada Muni is saying this. Chitra chitra bhajanamritarnava, he says. Then, beautiful shloka. You try to memorize this shloka. I will also try to memorize with all of you. This shloka describes 14 roles of Hanumanji in Lord Ramachandra's service. 14 ways in which Hanumanji did service to Lord Ramachandra. You will become very alert. They take notes. What's the name? Pranav. Pranil. So I'll ask you. There's a quiz at the end. So when you're raising your hands for favorite takeaways, this should be one of your favorite takeaways. Dasa. Dasa sakha vahanamasanam dhvaja. Half line at a time. Dasa sakha vahanam. Asanam dhvaja. Dasah sakha vahanam. Asanam dhvaja. Chhatram. Vitanam. Vyajanam cha bandi. Mantri bhishat. Yodhapati. Sahaya. Shreshto maha. Kirti vivardhanascha. Let's see. Hanumanji, what all services he has done? Number one, Dasaha. Hanuman acted as a servant of Lord Ramachandra. Dasaha. Second, Sakha, like a friend. Vahanam, like a carrier. I told sometime back, right? Hanumanji, as his airlines, right? He carried Ram and Lakshman on his back from Kishkinda Kshetra to the shore of the ocean. And whenever it's required, Hanumanji does it. That is Vahanam. Then Asana, also the seat. When Hanumanji is carrying, he acts like a carrier, Vahana. But Ram can simply sit on Hanumanji also, on his huge body. Right? He is like Asana. Asana also, like a man. Dhwaja, he is like a flag. When Ram is traveling on the back of Hanumanji, Hanumanji's tail acts like a flag. And Chhatram, Hanumanji's tail also acts like a chhatri, like an umbrella. So, multi-purpose tail. Hanumanji's tail is so powerful, it can act like an umbrella also, it can act like a flag also. It can act like a kagara to burn Lanka also. It can do anything. So, 6, right? Dasaha, Sakha, Vahana, Asana, Dhaja, Chatra. Then, Vitanam, canopy. Umbrella is like to cover yourself from some sunlight and all that. Canopy is just like an honor, right? He acts like that. And Vyajanamcha, the tail, multi-purpose tail. It can act as a chamber also, Vyajanam also, fan. Then Vandi, like a bard. Hanumanji does the best Ram bhajan. So 9 is a 10. Mantri. Hanumanji is the best advisor. When there is a big meeting happening between Ram and all the Vanar Sena, right? Whether we should accept Vibhishan or not, Hanumanji acted as the best advisor. Hanumanji is acting like a Brahman. Kshatriya also, Brahman also, both are there. So he is an advisor. Then Bhishak, like a doctor. Sushena told, Sushena wanted some herbs. Hanumanji went, brought Sanjeevani. He revived the lives of Ram and Lakshman and all the Vanar Sena. He actually doctor also took by. Then Yodhapati, a general, great general.
leading his armies, Hanumanji's, Ram's armies. Then Sahaya is the best helper. Sahaya means he doesn't have a specific role. He can do any kind of help according to the time, place and circumstances need. He doesn't say, hey, this help doesn't fit into my job description. It doesn't fit into my profile. Have you seen my designation? Is this the job description of this designation? Not like that. Whatever is required of Lord Ram service, you will do Sahaya. Then last is Sreshto Mahakirti Vivardhanascha. He is the best expander of Mahakirti, Lord Ramachandra's glories. So Hanumanji helps in spreading the glories of Lord Ramachandra everywhere. So best glorifier of Lord Ramachandra. Supporting roles. So Ram also considers Hanumanji as a friend. He enjoys interacting with Hanumanji in confidence. See, Ram and Sita are separated because of Ravana. And Hanumanji acts as a messenger between Ram and Sita. And Hanumanji is a brahmachari. And that Ramachandra has to describe the features of Mother Sita to this brahmachari Hanuman. And Ram, without any reservations, describes those features. And he also gave this ring. Ram gave a ring to Hanumanji to show it to Mother Sita. Now, hundreds and thousands and in fact millions of Vanaras are going in different directions. Why did Lord Ramachandra give that ring only to Hanuman? Because Ram was sure only Hanuman will find Sita there. And Sugriva is also sure. And there are 4 directions, east, west, north, south. But the most probable direction in which Sita could be found is southern direction. And Sugriva specifically sent Hanumanji's troop to the south only. Less probable areas, other monkeys will go and search. Most probable area, let Hanumanji go. Right? Already the search space is narrowed down. But still, do not take any chance. They started searching in other spaces also. But Hanumanji is going to the most probable direction. And also, when Hanumanji met Sita Devi shared some confidential interactions between her and Lord Ramachandra. Sita had that confidence in Hanuman. Sita revealed everything, and Hanumanji went and revealed all these things that Sita Devi spoke to Lord Ramachandra in confidence. When so many Vanaras are there, Vanara King Sugriva is also there, but Hanumanji gets the most confidential time, private time, one-to-one, face-to-face conversation time with Lord Ramachandra. Right? Hanumanji is so dear to the Lord. Without seeing the face of the woman, by being a Naishtika Brahmachari, Hanumanji had to set Sita Devi. Hanuman is not, holding a selfie of Sita Devi in his smartphone and his face recognition software also is not there with him. He has to rely completely on the descriptions of Sita Devi given by Lord Ramachandra. And while describing Sita Devi, Ram was in ecstasy. And while describing the features of Sita Devi, Ram was not using logic, he was using emotion. When somebody is emotionally describing, you cannot fully get a clear picture. Hanumanji captured those emotions also, along with the description of Sita Devi. It's not just a physical description of her bodily features or beauty. There is a divine demeanor that she's emanating. She has a divine aura. But still, being a brahmachari, Hanuman said, why Ram is behind this woman so much? He can't understand the power of Sita Devi. Anyways, my job is to serve. But after landing in Lanka, on the Shimshipa Vriksha in Ashoka Vatika, when Hanumanji took darshan of Sita Devi for the first time, then Hanumanji felt Ram must be really hard-hearted. Why did he not die till now in separation from such a tender Sita? Not that Hanuman is desiring the death of Ram, but Initially, he could not understand the glory of Sita Devi. He could not fully understand and capture the emotions of Lord Ramachandra. He could understand that Ram loves Sita Devi. That means he could clearly get it. But after seeing Sita Devi, he said, it's worth crossing Lanka to see this woman. It's not the external beauty. There is some divinity emanating from her. She's mother. She's chaste. She's pure. Her demeanor is revealing the deep devotion and chastity and loyalty she has for Lord Ramachandra. Not eating, not sleeping. Always remembering Lord Ramachandra only. Always remembering him. Not at all getting allured by the temptations or even tribulations caused by Ravana. Not getting fearful of the threats of all the Rakshasis around her. What kind of Rakshasis are there around Sita Devi? Some Rakshasi has a donkey head. Some Rakshasi has a horse head. Some Rakshasi has an eye in her belly. And some Rakshasi has only one eye on the forehead. So Valmiki Ramayana describes all the disfigured features of all these Rakshasis. They are guarding her. Constantly they are breaking all four regulative principles. Sita Devi is sitting in a place where constantly every single member around her is breaking four regulative principles on a daily basis. And Ravana comes to Sita Devi every day. There is a Brahma Muhurta Mangalarti time. He gets up in Brahma Muhurta, being a Brahmana. He comes to Sita Devi and begs her. Samsara Dava Nalle Leader Loka. Begs her. Will you please become my queen? I will sideline Mandodari as my Pattamahishi and I will make you my foremost queen. Begging. For a chaste woman, even to stand in front of another man is very difficult and uncomfortable. But she has to sit in front of this man who is constantly showering lusty glances on her. But she picks up a blade of grass and keeps in front of Ravana and says, you are like this. So Sita Devi, to maintain her remembrance of Lord Ramachandra in such circumstances, is like totally unprecedented, and Hanumanji saw her and completely melted in emotion. Hanumanji feels, me remembering Lord Ram is not a big deal. She remembering Lord Ram in these circumstances is extremely difficult. So he got attracted to her devotional qualities and her divine demeanor and consoled her. Now giving solace to such a pure devotee is not a small thing, and Hanumanji had that ghanata as that credit of consoling Mother Sita also. So anyways, these are 14 ways in which Hanumanji served Lord Ramachandra. Before entering Ramayana and depth, let's enter Bruhad Bhagavatamrita. Narada Muni continues. 66th shloka. He says, Samarpitatma Parama Prasada Bhrit Tadiya Satkirti Kathaika Jivanaha Tadashritananda Vivardhana Sada Mahattamah Shri Garudati Todhika Samarpitatma. Oh Hanumanji, you have offered yourself completely to Lord Ramachandra. Samarpitatma. This is Atmaniveda. Hanumanji is given as an example of Dasyam, but is also an example of Atmaniveda. Many of these prominent examples given for the 9 processes of Bhakti are not examples of one process only. Many of them have done other processes also. They are good examples of that also. Samarpitatma. Parama Prasada Bhakti. Parama Prasada Bhakti means you are the best recipient of Lord Ramachandra's mercy. And Tadiya Satkirti Kathaika Jivanaha. Satkirti means the pure, spotless fame, glory of Lord Ramachandra. Tadiya Satkirti Kathaika Jivanaha. Your Jivan, your life and soul is the pure glorification of Lord Ramachandra. although Lord Ram is away from Hanumanji, Hanumanji is still maintaining his life by hearing the glories of Lord Ram. It is only the glory of Lord Ramachandra that is keeping Hanumanji alive. Tadiya Satkirti Kathaika Jivanaha. We also have to make Krishna Katha as our Jivan. Tava Kathamrutam Tapta Jivanam. Tapta means when he is suffering. And suffering souls are of two types. One is a pure devotee who is suffering in separation from the Lord. Second is a conditioned soul who is suffering because of being separated from the Lord. A conditioned soul is also is in separation from the Lord. A pure devotee is also in separation from the Lord. But a pure devotee separation is characterized by remembrance of Krishna. And a conditioned soul separation is characterized by forgetfulness of Krishna. Hanuman is a pure devotee. In separation from Ram, he is constantly remembering the Lord, just hearing Katha, Ram Katha. Tadiya Satkirti Kathaika Jivana. Tad Ashritananda Vivardhana Sada. You always increase the bliss of those devotees who have taken shelter of Ram. Hanumanji loves Lord Ramachandra, loves the devotees of Lord Ramachandra also. Then, Mahattamaha, you are the best of all saints. Shri Garudavito Adhikaha, you are better than Garuda also. Hanumanji's position as servant of the Lord is much superior to Garuda's position also as the carrier of the Lord. Whenever the devotees are in difficulty, the Lord descends on the back of Garuda, not on the back of Hanuman. Right? Garuda is like official, eternal carrier of Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna. Bhakta Paya Bhujanga Garudamani Trailokya Rakshamani. So whenever the Lord has to descend to protect the devotees, he descends on the back of Garuda. Garuda is considered the foremost servant of the Lord. In most of the South Indian temples, Garuda's deity is there, right in front, opposite of the Lord. But Hanumanji is also given equal importance and sometimes more importance than even Garuda also. You are better than Garuda. There is a story. I think recently I told somewhere in Ram temple. So, should we discuss that? Once Krishna noticed some little pride in Garuda of being a great carrier. It is definitely a humble devotee, but little pride sometimes, rarely it happens. So Krishna, he was living in Dwarka at the time, he told Garuda, go to Kimpurshaloka and bring Hanumanji here. Then Garuda went all the way, he flew very quickly. He flew. Kimpurshaloka landed there, just like Narada Muni landed, Garuda airlines also there. And told Hanumanji, Krishna is calling you. But he is absorbed in worshipping Lord Ramachandra. He is not even looking at Garuda. Garuda said, Hanuman, are you hearing or not? Hanuman is not hearing. Krishna is calling you, can't you hear me? He is not even responding. Then Garuda went and tapped Hanuman. No, Hanuman is calling. Krishna is calling. Hanuman did not bother him. And forcefully Garuda is trying to lift Hanumanji from his meditation. Hanumanji got little irritated. With his tail, he just did like this. With his tail, he just brushed Garuda aside and Garuda landed in Dwarka. Before Garuda could even realize what's happening, he just put his eyes and he saw Krishna in front of him. He attained Krishna because of Hanuman's tail. And Krishna said, I told you to get Hanuman, you came alone. What happened? I was in Kimpurshaloka only 1 minute back. I don't know how I ended up here. Then he narrated. Now I realize Hanumanji kicked me, not with his leg, but with his tail. He pushed me aside and I fell down here. Then, but Krishna said, this is not the way of getting Hanuman's attention. This is not the way of calling Hanuman anywhere. You go and tell Hanuman that Lord Ramachandra is in Dwarka and he is calling him immediately. Then he will come. Then Garuda understood. Garuda immediately went to Hanuman and said, Garuda said, Hanuman, Ram is calling you. He is in Dwarka now. Then immediately Hanuman disappeared. And Garuda got very Hanuman. He searched everywhere and he went back to Dwarka and he found Hanumanji there. But before all this could happen, Krishna prepared himself to receive Hanuman there. Krishna transformed himself into Lord Ramachandra. And Balaramji became Lakshmana. And Krishna asked Satyabhama, can you become Sita Devi? He said no. I can't wear the sari that Sita wore during Vanvas. That's not my style. She has a different mood. So Rukmini Devi took the form of Sita Devi. So the Ram Darbar is present in front of Hanuman. Ram, Krishna is Ram, Balaram is Lakshman, and Rukmini is Sita. Hanumanji went in opposite directions. Then meanwhile Garuda got a message that, oh, Hanumanji is your devotee. I have some pride, now the Lord humbled me. So whenever we take pride in our service, we should look up to those devotees who are doing that service more effectively than us. So, anyways, then Hanumanji, Narada Muni glorifies further. He says, Aho bhavan eva vishuddha bhaktiman param na seva sukhatodhi manyaya. Aho bhavan vishuddha bhaktiman. You are vishuddha bhaktaman. Means you are the best and purest devotee. Param na seva sukhato. Because you are experiencing transcendental happiness in your seva. Seva sukha means the pleasure of service. And you are experiencing that pleasure. And imam prabhum vacha udara shekharam. You delighted all the devotees by speaking to that best generous Lord some profound words. What are those words? Even though liberation destroys the bondage of material existence, I don't desire liberation. Hanumanji said this. Because in a state of liberation, I will forget that I am a servant of the Lord. Liberation is that if I am made to forget the Lord, I want to constantly embrace my mood as a servant of the Lord. Without seva, I will not accept mukti. Who wants mukti? I want seva. So this is a profound statement made by Hanumanji, quoted by Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu also, quoted by Sanatana Goswami in Bruhad Bhagavatamrita also. Our Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas are taking the statement of Hanumanji and quoting in their books. So to establish that Bhakti and seva is superior to mukti. Then Hanumanji's intense emotions. Hanumanji is burning in the fire of separation from Lord Ramachandra. That fire set to his tail by Ravana did not burn him. It was cool fire. But the fire of separation from Ram is burning Hanumanji at every moment. But still, he is mitigating that fire by drinking Ramakathamrita. So sometimes in fire of separation, he cries pitifully. And in this way, Hanumanji was glorified by Narada Muni in various ways. And Hanumanji says, Narada Muni, why are you joking with me? Why are you making fun of me? I am a wretch, devoid of Lord Ramachandra's feet. I am already in separation from the Lord, being neglected by Him, being abandoned by Him. I did not take His darshan for a long time. And I am in pain of separation from Him. And you are coming and saying that you are the best recipient of Krishna's mercy. Or Ram's mercy. That pains me so much. When you are feeling deprived of some privilege, and if somebody says you are the best recipient of that privilege, that makes you feel very embarrassed. Say some feast with 20 items is being served. You didn't get a single item. You are fasting. And somebody comes and says you, acha, maja liya, acha khaya. How will you feel? We are starving in hunger, and somebody says, "Peanut burger khaya aapne." That makes you feel very embarrassed, right? Hanuman's condition is like that. I am suffering in separation from Lord Ramachandra, and you are saying that I am the best husband of Ram. Please don't make fun of me like this. I can't tolerate it. I can't handle it. So Ram has taken Sugriva away. Ram has taken all the residents of Koshala, Kshetra, Ayodhya with him to the spiritual world, but he left me here. But the best recipients of the Lord's mercy are the Pandavas. Hanumanji immediately, without refuting Narada Muni's praise and without defending himself and keeping the conversation on him only for a longer time, he immediately says, I am not the best recipient of the Lord's mercy. Pandavas are the best recipients of the Lord's mercy. Hanumanji had no sense of superiority complex. Hanumanji says, the Pandavas are the best. Why? Saesham balyatastat Vishadhyapak Ganeranat. Right from childhood, these Pandavas experienced so many vipattis, so many calamities, so many difficulties. Right? One of them is Vishad. My younger brother, Vayunandan, my younger brother Bhima is poisoned by Duryodhana and Bhakti, and Krishna protected him. Dhairyam, dharmam, yashodnyanam, bhaktim, premapi, adarshayat. Despite experiencing so many calamities repeatedly in their lives, these Pandavas showed their dhairyam, their determination, dharmam, their virtues, their values, their religion, and yasham, their fame, jnanam, their wisdom, bhakti, their devotion, and prema, their ecstatic love. And Bhishma also says something similar. Vipra dharma achyuta ashraya, he says. Vipra dharma achyuta ashraya. Pandavas have always taken shelter of Vipra dharma and achyuta. Same thing Hanuman is also saying. Now, this is about Pandavas' consciousness. Now the context is what? Who is the best recipient of Krishna's mercy? Now how did Krishna show mercy on the Pandavas? Hanumanji elaborates. Hanumanji says that Krishna does so many menial services to the Pandavas. He says, Sarathyam Pashadatvam cha Sevam Mantri Dutate Sevanam Mantri Dutate. Sarathyam means he acts as a chariot driver. Parshadatva means he acts as a court attendant or the best of the attendants where he receives Agra Puja. Sevanam, he acts like an intimate servant. Mantri, like an advisor. Duta, like a messenger. Virasananugamani, he acts as a watchman, guarding them at the night. Anugamane, he is following them in processions. When Yudhishthira Maharaj is taken on a procession, because his Maharaja, Krishna follows. Anugamane. When Yudhishthira Maharaj gives some orders, being a younger cousin, Krishna follows the orders. Whenever Krishna meets the Pandavas, he offers obeisances to Yudhishthira Maharaj and Bhima because they are older than him. And he gives blessings to Nakul and Sahadev, they are younger than him. And he embraces Arjuna because they are equal in age. Sevanam Mantri Dutate Virasananagamane Chakre Stuti Nakir Api. He even offers them praises, glorifies the Pandavas. Something similar comes in the Bhagavatam also. Sarathya Parishada Sevana Sakhyatautya Virasananugamanastavana Pranama Snigdheshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnu or Bhaktim Karoti Nrupatis Charanaravidhi. Krishna acted in so many ways to please the Pandavas. He did so many menial services to the Pandavas because the Pandavas are always malleable by Krishna's will. Snigdheshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnu. Snigdha means they are malleable by Krishna's will. Whatever Krishna desired, Pandavas just follow the desire. Right? Then Kimvasa sneha kataryat, out of his affectionate concern for them, what all Krishna did not do. Krishna went to any extent. Krishna even cheated some people to bring favor to the Pandavas. Krishna is popularly known as Pandava Pakshapati, one who is partial towards Pandavas. Of course, different people call him like that, but there is an element of truth in it also. He is always inclined towards the Pandavas. He took combined roles as their servant, companion, friend, and they also took similar roles like him. Right? And because Krishna had spent so much time with the Pandavas in their home, either Indraprastha or especially Hastinapur, many sages also visited Hastinapur. They thought that this Hastinapur palace of Pandavas is a place of pilgrimage. When you go to Vrindavan, Mayapur, you feel that, oh, I'm going to a pilgrimage place, holy place. So several sages, mendicants and sannyasis, they feel that Pandavas' home is a place of pilgrimage. Generally, such renunciates don't come to the homes of kings so much. Even if they come, they just do their business in 5 minutes and go away. But they are eager to come to Pandavas' home because Krishna stayed there. That is the dham. So Krishna sanctified the home of Pandavas and made it like a dham. It's not a home, it is dham. So great sages, pure-hearted sages, aspiring for more purification, take darshan of Pandavas, visit their homes. And as Hanumanji is glorifying Pandavas like this, suddenly Narada Muni got up with his veena, started dancing. So you are giving a class, suddenly somebody gets up and starts dancing. How do you feel? Right? And now it's not even a class also. Here one person is dancing and others are hearing like this. You have somebody to speak to. Only 2 people are conversing. You are talking to somebody and suddenly that person gets up and starts dancing in ecstasy. Stops hearing you. So Narada Muni is acting like this. Narada Muni became so ecstatic in hearing the glories of Pandavas that he could not control himself. Every time Narada Muni is exploring more and more devotees, the intensity of his ecstasy is increasing. Just to fast forward the story a little bit, when Narada Muni goes to meet Uddhava, the final destination, when he goes to Dwarka to directly see Krishna for the first time in his quest, he was jumping up and down, falling unconscious, again getting up, dancing like a madman, and all the Dwarkavasis felt that Narada Muni, he has gone crazy, or we never saw him like this. He became extremely crazy, mad, in ecstasy of seeing a pure devotee of Krishna. This is how we should become crazy. Just like all these fans of big heroes in the Tollywood, they become crazy and ecstatic or mad or whatever you may call to watch the movie of their favorite hero on the first day, right? So that's like a glimpse of pure devotion. That's a perverted reflection of pure devotion. And you want to relate with someone. And you can watch movie tomorrow also. Why are you breaking your leg while watching someone? Like that. What to do? So Narada Muni just caught up in the middle of this conversation and started dancing. And just empathized with Hanuman. Hanuman understood that Narada Muni is getting very ecstatic. So Hanumanji patiently composed himself, calmed down himself. He did not get irritated or offended. So seeing that Narada Muni is very eager to go to Dwarka and meet Pandavas, Hanumanji said, wait, let me talk. There's something more. Class is not finished yet. Right? So Hanumanji calms Narada Muni down, makes him sit, and he continues to praise Pandavas. See, Hanumanji is eager to glorify Pandavas also more. Anyways, Narada Muni came there. I told him about Pandavas. He will go. I will do my Ram Bhajan. He did not think like that. Hanumanji is also very eager to glorify Pandavas. He wants audience. Right? And Narada Muni is attentively hearing. And before even completion, even little bit of glories of Pandavas were sufficient for Narada Muni to get inspired to go to the next destination. Right? Other people have to convince Narada Muni that they are not the best recipients and the other part is best recipients, and they elaborately clarified. But Hanumanji, with that sincerity, with that purity, with a genuine appreciative mood, when he spoke little bit about Pandavas, Narada Muni became so excited and so inspired to just visit them. Then Hanumanji calmed him down and said, "Please sit. I want to speak something more." All the calamities that befell on the Pandavas were desirable. Desirable. Because they made Krishna anxious to join the Pandavas. Pandavas faced so many difficulties. We discussed the other day in Praveen Prabhu's home. Mada's prayers. Visham Mahatnehe Purushada Darshanat Asat Sabhaya Vanavasa Kritsveta Mridhe Mridheneka Maharathastrato Draumyastratascha Smahare Bhirakshita. Krishna protected the Pandavas from so many calamities. And here is Hanuman is saying that all this misfortune of Pandavas is very auspicious. Auspicious misfortune. Beneficial difficulties. How can difficulty be beneficial? That's Bhakti calculation. On a material plane, difficulty is never seen as beneficial. Misfortune is never seen as auspicious. But this is Bhakti. And only mature devotees can perceive misery as mercy of Krishna. Right? You should be able to see the hand of Krishna even amidst hundreds and thousands of calamities. Then we are mature devotees. And maturity is not available on Amazon. Or Flipkart. Maturity is available by sincere sadhana, sincere seva, and sangha of sincere devotees. Then we become mature. And when we are mature, we will be able to see misery as mercy of Krishna. Otherwise, misery appears miserable. But amidst miseries, mercy. So, Hanumanji is saying that all the calamities that befell on the Pandavas were desirable. Desirable calamities. What is desirable? Bhima has to be poisoned. Draupadi has to be disrobed. And Arjuna has to be attacked in this way. And Arjuna had to take curse from Urvasi. And he utilized that curse during this Virata Parva, during that Ajnatavas, and he managed it like this. For a man to lose his manhood in those days, for a Kshatriya to lose that, it's a big insult. But because the Pandavas are constantly sticking to dharma, although such kind of unmentionable or inconceivable calamities befell on them, they were calm, composed. They are committed to uphold dharma at all times. And here, Hanumanji, in ecstasy, he says, Hare Prema Paradhina. Hare. This is Sanskrit shloka. So, he is going into ecstasy. He stopped addressing Narada Muni. He started addressing the Pandavas directly. Because he is feeling the personal presence of the Pandavas. Because he developed such deep bonding with the Pandavas, deep appreciation for their devotion, deep appreciation for Krishna's mercy upon these blessed devotees. He is feeling as if they are present in front of him and he is addressing them. He says, Hare Prema Paradhina. Hare Prema Paradhina.
Hare Prema Paradhina.
Vichara Chara Varjita. Hare Prema Paradhina. Oh Pandavas, pure love has completely controlled you, subdued you, captivated you. You became mad of your love for Krishna. Vichara Achara Varjita. Ignoring all vichara, discrimination or discretion. Achara, ignoring all etiquette. You engaged my Lord in your service. See, Niyoja yatha tam dutaye dautye sarathyapi mama prabhu, my dear Lord. I never engaged Ram in my service. Hanuman says, I never took any service from Lord Ramachandra. I only did service to him. But you people are so exalted in your prema, you engaged Krishna in your service. Hanumanji understands Ram and Krishna are not different. Therefore he says Krishna is also Mama Prabhu. Mama Prabhu, you have taken my Lord and you engaged him in devotee as a messenger. Messenger job is so insignificant in one sense. Postman job, right? Not a very high paid job probably compared to many other jobs. He says, you go and pass this message to him. Hanumanji knows that he acted as a messenger, right? Hanumanji himself acted as a messenger of Ram. But Krishna acted as a messenger of Pandavas. Hanuman says, I acted as a messenger of the Lord, and Lord actually acted as your messenger. Means you are Paradhina, you are transcendental, you are beyond normal calculations of relationship between the Lord and his devotees. Servant master relationship is there, but he is Dasya Bhava, right? But Pandavas are like transcending Dasya Bhava. Hare Prema Paradhina, Vicharachara Vanchita, you have given up your Vichara? You have given up your Achara? Vichara means discussion. What is good, what is bad, what is appropriate, what is inappropriate. What service to tell whom? You can't tell someone who is very exalted. You can't say like that. You are and sober and gentle, and when you approach them with some. But here at Pandavas, Arjuna said, you drive a chariot. I chose you. What am I supposed to do? Drive a chariot. No other job. All your Sena is there. You are saying you will not fight. The only post left is driver post. Occupy that post. And Hanuman and or Arjuna is comfortably driving the chariot. When Krishna is comfortably riding on the chariot, well, Krishna is driving. Hanuman is surprised. I acted as messenger for Ram. They engaged Krishna as their messenger. I acted as servant of Lord Ramachandra, and this Pandavas engaged Krishna as their servant. And I praised Lord Ramachandra, and they are accepting praise from Lord Ramachandra. I offered obeisances to Ram, and his Yudhishthira Maharaj is accepting obeisances from Krishna. What's happening? Who is Lord and who is servant here? Who is God and who is devotee here? Hanuman is becoming very surprised day by day, verse by verse. Right? Then Hanuman says, continue. No namre Pandava mantram. No namre Pandava mantram. He said Hare. Now he said Re. Becoming a little shorter. No namre Pandava mantram. No namre Pandava mantram. Ushadham vatha kinchana. Ushadham vatha kinchana. Lokottaram vijanidhve. Lokottaram vijanidhve. Mahamohana mohanam. Mahamohana mohanam. Nunam me Pandava mantram. Oh Pandavas, you must be knowing some special transcendental mantra, magical mantra. You must have influenced Krishna's mind. You must have hypnotized Krishna's mind with some special mantra. Aushadham. Maybe you must be having some aushadham, some kind of special herb, molecule, to induce him, to mesmerize him, to take him under your control. Right? Some hypnotist said, look straight into my eyes only. You are revealing all your past. What happened? They kind of extract all the information, right? It looks like Pandavas must have done like this to Krishna. They must have applied some mantra or some hypnotism or some kind of spell on Krishna or some aushadhi or herb on Krishna, that Krishna became completely captivated by their love and became a subservient of their love. Lokottaram vijanidhve. Looks like you have employed the most powerful enchanting mantra to enchant the most powerful enchanter in the entire creation. Mahamohana mohanam. Krishna is Mahamohana mohanam. Nobody can bewilder him, nobody can cheat him. But you effortlessly cheated him. Cheated or captivated him, controlled him, brought him under your control. For namesake he is Dwarkavasi, he comes there. When you are being in the forest, he comes there. When you are in Hastinapur, he comes there. When you go to you see, wherever Pandavas go, Krishna network is following them. Right? One phone call, Krishna is there, manifesting. Phone call is prayer. Draupadi Odin says, Krishna, Durvas Muni came for prasad. I don't have anything to cook. He says, Krishna, please protect me. Comes the routine. Small thing. Prasad you can manage. You can send all your five Pandavas to different directions in the forest. Immediately they can get some fruits and fruits or whatever it is. You can do something. Now, where are you calling Krishna? For every small thing they are calling Krishna. Krishna is coming also. And wherever they are, Krishna is very basic. He comes to the forest in Vanavas. He comes to the palace in Indraprastha. They say, we want to worship you. Take a worship you. We want you to drive our chariot. Okay, I will drive. See the contrast in these roles. One is the driver of Arjuna's chariot, second time receiver of Agra Puja. The contrasting roles, Krishna is playing. So, Hanuman felt it like total culture shock for me. I never dealt like this with Lord Ramachandra. I only said, mine is like Yekeha Kurunandana, but they are Bhushaka and with Krishna is like so variegated, the interaction. So, I think I can never further. Hanumanji said that this, and he repeatedly jumped into the air. Hanumanji is also going to get ecstasy. Because when you see someone doing an activity that you have done in a much superlative manner, very exalted manner, you feel very humbled and you also feel happy if you are not envious. If you are envious, you feel uncomfortable. If you are not envious, you really appreciate. If one singer is there, he knows some basic ragas. An expert singer comes there and he chants, he sings ragas, melodies like a master. Then this neophyte singer who has deep singing, he genuinely appreciates who is singing better ragas than him. There is no envy. Right? He feels that Pandavas are better servants. The kind of relationship that they had with Krishna is very, very exalted relationship. So you should not consider me as better servant just. But it's not just service, there is between the Lord and these devotees. Therefore they are better recipients of going with them. Then, please recite. Aho Mahaprabho Bhakta Vatsalya Bharanijita Karosyevam Apisviya Chitta Karshaka Cheshtita Aho Mahaprabho Bhakta. This Mahaprabhu is not Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is a generic word that refers to the Supreme Lord. Okay. O Master of all Masters, you are conquered by your great affection for your devotees. This is how you attract their hearts. So the Lord is conquered by his devotees' affection for him. And because he is conquered by devotees get attracted to him. Oh, when I go and worship him, he is conquered by my devotion. Basically, he gives me some value. I will be valued in this relationship. I will be given some importance in this relationship. If I am neglected, then I am not inclined to go to him. Because the Lord values even Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam given by a devotee, devotees become attracted to him. You are attracted to a place where you are given some value. If you are ignored, nobody will, if you are ignored, you will not go there. So the Lord values the services done by devotees, therefore devotees are attracted to him. So then, one by one, Hanuman starts glorifying the Pandavas. He says, Bhima, I feel very fortunate that my younger sibling, younger brother Bhima, happens to be one of the Pandavas. Bhima is son of Vayu, I am also son of Vayu. In that sense, we both are brothers, but this Bhima happens to be one of the Pandavas. I feel very proud of Bhima. So, Hanumanji is so humble. He is not claiming that I am better than Bhima, I am more knowledgeable or powerful than Bhima, I am elder brother of Bhima, I am senior to Bhima. He is not saying like that. It's my fortune that my brother became one of the Pandavas. I have some connection with the Pandavas. I will get some mercy of the Lord. This meaning. full mercy on Arjuna, and Krishna gave his sister Subhadra in marriage to Arjuna. So, like, sister is very dear to your brother, generally speaking. We are not talking about Rukmini and Rukmi. We are not talking about Kamsa and Devotee. We are talking about Krishna and Subhadra. So, generally speaking, younger sisters derive so much of affection from their older brothers. But Krishna offered his younger sister Subhadra in marriage to Arjuna. How dear must be their relationship. And Subhadra is the internal potency of Krishna. And Arjuna bears my image on his flag. I am fortunate. Hanuman says, I am fortunate because Bhima is one of the Pandavas, my younger brother. And I am fortunate because Arjuna accused me on his flag. Very simple, as a decoration of whatever. So this is the humility of Hanuman. Krishna showed me mercy to his devotees by giving me some connection with the Pandavas. Krishna showed a lot of mercy upon me. Without the unconditional mercy of the Lord's most beloved friends, a devotee's loving service can never succeed or bear any fruit. Beautiful story. Prabhoha priyatama namtu prasadam paramam vinam Nasiddhyati priya seva dasanam nafalanchapi. Without the mercy of devotees, we don't get an opportunity to connect with the Lord through servitorship. Hanumanji is feeling fortunate that he got some connection with Krishna through Arjuna and him. Then, at one point, Hanumanji said, "Oh Bhagavata Sarishta Narada Muni, oh best of all Bhagavata Muni, you are really a dearest devotee of the Lord. Let's go and see Pandavas. I will also come." Till now, all the devotees said, "You go and meet the devotees, they are better." Hanuman says, "I will also come with you. We both will together go and see the Pandavas in this land. And let's visit the Pandavas." Then he also made a contrast between Ram and Krishna. So far, he was comparing himself and Pandavas, saying that Pandavas are superior to me. Now he started comparing Ram and Krishna. My worshipable Lord has a certain mode, but their worshipable Lord has another mode. Let me make a contrast and then we'll see. He says, never in Ayodhya did Lord Ramachandra disclose what he revealed in Mathura or Dwaraka. The way Krishna conducted himself in Mathura and Dwaraka is totally different. He is very intimate with devotees, very playful with devotees. He is very accommodative towards thousands of wives also. But my Lord Ramachandra is very sober, very conservative. He married only one wife. Even his wife recommended him, marry this Vedavati. He said, "No, I am Ekapatni Vartatra." So Hanumanji says that my Lord is Maryada Purushottam. The countless varieties of supreme opulence and sweetness that Krishna exhibited in Dwaraka and Mathura, Ram did not exhibit in Ayodhya. Not to minimize the position of Lord Ramachandra. Ram and Krishna are ultimately same. They are one. But just as one person is in a certain mood at some place, in a different mood in another place, certain mood at some time and in a different mood at another time, similarly the Supreme Lord, when he appears as Ram, he is more sober, gentle, respectful, calm, composed, self-controlled, and not naughty like Krishna. So he maintains the demeanor, Ekapatni Vritara. But when Krishna appears, he is very playful, very intimate, elaborate childhood pastimes. So the contrast is there. But we are not meant to minimize the position of any incarnation. Right? Hanumanji clearly says here that the opulence and the sweetness that Krishna exhibited there, the countless varieties of opulence and sweetness that Krishna exhibited in Mathura and Dwaraka, he did not exhibit in Ayodhya. And now Narada Muni proposes, "Oh, very good, wonderful, my dear Hanumanji, you revealed so many things about Pandavas that I did not know. Thank you very way Krishna behaved with Pandavas, Ram did not behave with Hanuman. That the relation, the connection is more sober, but here it's more playful. Darshana sparsha samlapa shayanasana bhojanaihi. The Pandavas were having darshan of Krishna. Sparsha, they were touching Krishna. Samlapa, they were conversing with Krishna. Shayana, they were sleeping with Krishna. Asana, they were sitting with Krishna. Eating with Krishna. Bhojanaihi, they are eating with Krishna. So all the 6 loving exchanges we have with other devotees, Krishna had with Pandavas directly. So after hearing the wonderful glories of the Pandavas from Hanumanji, Narada Muni said, good idea, let's go to him. Narada Muni proposed that something unseen in Ayodhya we are able to see in Dwaraka and Mathura. I think it doesn't go. Just let's go, we should go. Hanuman had a problem. No, I will not. I will not come to this time. He only said earlier, I will come. But now he changed his mind. I cannot come with you. Because I have a concern. What is that concern? Krishna is displaying so much of mercy and sweetness and playfulness in Dwaraka or Hastinapur or in his manifest pastimes now, which is more confidential than I have ever seen in Ayodhya or Kishkinda or Lanka or wherever I saw Lord Hanuman. So those playful pastimes are very enchanting, that sometimes they could bewilder the minds of sages. Even Brahma is bewildered seeing Krishna's intimate pastimes, isn't it? Brahma Mohan Lila is there. Even Indra is bewildered seeing Krishna's intimate pastimes. Even great personalities also are kind of bewildered, confused in understanding Krishna's human pastimes. Krishna's superhuman pastimes are easy to understand for common people, but Krishna's human pastimes are difficult to understand. When Krishna lifts Govardhan, they say, he's God. But when Krishna speaks better, is he God? When Krishna speaks Bhagavad Gita and Kurukshetra, yes, Krishna is God. But when Krishna dances with gopis, is he God? Does God do like this? So people have some problem in understanding the intimate, sweet, loving exchanges of Krishna with his devotees. Then Hanumanji says, if Brahma is bewildered seeing Krishna's pastimes, what about monkeys like me? We can also get bewildered. Right? So maybe I will not be able to understand the intimate and sweet loving dealings of Krishna with the Pandavas if I come there. I may misunderstand. I may offend. Or I may do something else. So better I avoid it. So I don't want to offend. I don't want to commit offenses by seeing something more intimate and not very. I am not very accustomed to seeing that. When we are seeing certain pastimes of the Lord, certain dealings between the Lord and his devotees, or dealings of some exalted devotees with their friends, sometimes we may get little bewildered or confused. How can such a senior devotee behave like this in front of them? We always have seen them very sober, very formal, very intimate, very reverential. But now they are manifesting a different mode that makes one feel a bit uncomfortable. Right? So Hanumanji is concerned that I might offend. Right? Hanumanji further says, I will give an essence of what I am going to speak in one night only. Now, Hanumanji says, my worship of the Lord is Lord Ramachandra. I cannot deviate from my devotion to Lord Ramachandra at any cost. Now I cannot shift my devotion to another form. Although I understand Krishna's divinity, Krishna's mercy, and although I understand that Ram and Krishna are same ultimately, but still, Krishna is in a certain mode, I cannot connect with him. Ram is in a certain mode, I want to eternally be in this mode of serving Krishna. So Hanumanji now glorifies Lord Ramachandra like anything. Very sweet glorification. It's 8:33 now. 8:45. Please recite Hanuman. Hanuman is glorifying Ram now. Let's say. And before that, Hanuman says about Krishna. We'll recite this also one more sloka. 99 sloka. Astam vananya bhavanam dasanam paramagati prabhor vichitra leelaivan prema bhakti vivardhini. Let the wonderfully varied pastimes of the Lord be the very life and only resort of his servants who think of nothing but him. Those pastimes increase the ecstasy of love. Then he says, Athaha Devaya Athapi Sahajavyaja Karuna Komalatmani Avakra Bhava Prakrita Arya Dharma Pradarshake Ekapatni Tadhare Sada Vinaya Vruddhaya Lajjaya Vanata Srimat Vadanedho Vilokane Athapi Sahaja Ajya. So Lord Ramachandra is naturally unaffected by Lord Ramachandra is very simple, very sober, very natural, and his compassion is unaffected by anything. Unaffected compassion, unparalleled compassion. His compassion is unaffected. His unconditional compassion he has. Karuna Komalatmani. Komalatmani means his heart is very tender. Avakra Bhava Prakrita. Avakra Bhava means he has no duplicity. If Krishna wants, he can show some diplomacy, but Ram always straightforward, no diplomacy at all. So Ram is always free from duplicity and always loving in his mood. Arya Dharma Pradarshake. He demonstrates Arya Dharma, civilized human behavior. Ekapatni Vratadhare. He never accepts more than one wife. Sada Vinaya Vruddhaya. We need to stop.
No.
What is 9907 Maruti Swift cars? It's blocking somebody's car.
Maruti Swift 9905. Is it our 9907 Maruti Swift. Okay, nobody.
Sorry.
Ekapatni Vratadhare. He upholds strict vows of having only one wife. Sadavane Vruddhaya. He is always humble. Lord Ramachandra is always humble. And whenever somebody praises him, in shyness he bends his head low. Then Jagat Rajanya Shilathe. He has exalted character that is pleasing to everybody in the entire universe. Ram is transcendentally pleasing to the minds of everyone. Then he is the heroic ruler of Ayodhya city. He is the king of all kings, Raja. He is served by Sita and Lakshman. He is older brother of Bharata. He gave shelter to Vibhishana. He is the joy of Mother Kausalya. His eternal identity is Sri Raghunandan. So I am totally attached to Lord Ramachandra's glories. Therefore, let me stay here in the Kimpurusha Loka and constantly worship his deity and hear the nectar of his pastimes. Now I cannot change my mood. I cannot worship another form of the Lord, although I understand and acknowledge that the forms are all transcendental forms. So, Pandavas are definitely better than me in devotion. They have more intimate connection with Krishna. You better go and talk to them. But if the Lord personally calls me for some purpose, I will go and assist. If there is a seva, then I will leave Kimpurusha Loka and attend to that seva. But if I have this name now. So Narada Muni, you go alone. I will stay. If Krishna calls me for some seva to assist the Kshatrava or to sit on the flag of Arjuna, I will do. Ramachandra personally calls me for some other service, I will go and do it. I have no discrimination. I can assist any form of the Lord. I can serve any form of the Lord. But I am attached to only one form of the Lord, that is Ram. And when that service is not there, let me worship that one form of the Lord, Ram's form only. I will not be there. So now you may go. Narada Muni, you can please go to Hastinapur, meet the Supreme Enchanter Krishna, and one last point. You are a brahmachari, I am a brahmachari. Let's not show brahmachari. He says, because Pandavas are householders, they are family people. Not just family people, they are rulers, they are kings, politicians, involved in politics, involved in experiencing so much of opulence. Narada, you don't have a permanent home only. And I am a Taruvasi. I am just living in forests and trees. So we don't have any possessions, but they have so many possessions. We are brahmacharis, but they have so many wives. We don't have any kingdom, but they are kings. Never underestimate them. When somebody is renounced, sometimes these renounced saints may minimize the position of someone who is not as renounced as them. He says, don't underestimate the Pandavas. Shloka number 110. He says, Bruhad Bhagavatamrita asmams. You and I and the Kumaras, we are staunch celibates. Bruhad Bhagavatamrita. But Tams Garhastya Dharmina. But these people are into Grahastha Dharma. They are into householder life. Then Samrajya Vyapritan Matva. They are distracted by so many political affairs conducting the Samrajya. But Ma Aparadhavrito Bhava, never even think like this, because even the thought is an offense. Even to think that we brahmacharis are superior to these Pandavas householders is an offense. Pandavas are wealthy sense great affairs, and renunciants should avoid associating with them. If you think like that, the thought itself is an offense from which you cannot recover. So, of course, Narada Muni never thinks like that. But as an additional caution note, Hanuman is personally telling Narada Muni that your bhakti is not dependent on your ashram. Ashram has nothing to do with devotion. Yes, ashram definitely has something to do. What is it something? What exactly is ashram? Ashram is a place where spiritual cultures are cultivated. Shravanam and Kirtanam and Archanam are going on constantly. That is called ashram. Whether Grihastha ashram or Brahmacharya ashram or Vanaprastha ashram or Sannyasa ashram. Of the four ashramas, all are ashramas only. What is common amongst all of them? Shravanam Kirtanam should go on. Krishna Seva should go on constantly. But ultimately we don't belong to any ashram. We don't belong to any varna. Nam viprona janarapatir napi vaishwara sudra. Nam varnina chagrahapatir novanastho yitirva. Kintu prodyannikhe paramananda purna pratapher. Gopi bhartapata kamalaya dasa dasa. So Mahaprabhu himself says, I am not a brahmachari, I am not a grihastha, I am not a vanaprastha, I am not a sannyasi. I am not a brahmana, kshatriya, vaishya, shudra. I am a servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of the master who is Krishna. That's our identity. In this Bruhad Bhagavatamrita, we saw first a brahmana, then we saw a kshatriya, then we saw a devotee, then we saw the son of the Lord directly, Brahma. Then we saw a demon, which is born as a demon. Then we saw non-human, Vanara. All are pure devotees. Now we are going to the kings. Right? So many varieties are there. And all this exploration. Narada Muni. Or Varna is not taken into consideration of the context. Ultimately, this whole search ends at the lotus feet of the gopis of Vrindavan and Srimati Radharani. So, only men can become devotees and women can become devotees, only renunciants can become devotees, householders can become devotees, Only human beings can become devotees, non-humans, no such consideration. Only anybody can become a recipient of Krishna's mercy. Then Hanumanji praises Yudhishthira Maharaj, very elaborate. But Hanumanji praises Yudhishthira Maharaj. Yudhishthira Maharaj accepted the kingdom not out of attachment. It's a burden of love for Yudhishthira Maharaj. He is carrying the burden of love. And Yudhishthira Maharaj is conducting Rajasuya sacrifice, Ashwamedha sacrifice for what? Just to get Krishna's darshan. He has zero interest in sacrifices. Yudhishthira Maharaj has no interest in sacrifices. His interest is in seeing Krishna. And Yudhishthira Maharaj is experiencing so many calamities just so that he can see Krishna. Calamities and sacrifices are giving them opportunities to see Krishna, therefore they are in touch with them. Calamity and sacrifice. And next, I think we can conclude here. We are almost done with the chapter. So Hanumanji humbly diverts Narada Muni towards the Pandavas. Initially he says, I will also accompany you, but later he says, no, I will stay here. If there is any seva, you call me. Otherwise, I will stay here. Now Narada Muni goes to the Pandavas. We are slowly coming into Krishna realm. We were in Vishnu realm, then eventually we came to Sankarshna realm, Vamana realm, Mahapurusha realm, then Sankarshna realm. Then we came to Ram, and now we are entering Krishna realm. Dwaraka Krishna realm. Then we enter Vrindavan. The most exalted devotees are worshipping the topmost form of Krishna, the topmost manifestation of absolute truth, which is Krishna's Vrindavan. This is only the hierarchy of the forms as described in the scriptures, but one who is worshipping their favorite form, they are happy eternally to be in that mode. So, as I said, the 10th floor in a 10 floors building is always the highest, but one who is living on the 5th floor or 7th floor is happy living there forever. Similarly, Hanumanji is happy worshipping Ram forever for the rest of eternity. But when we do an unbiased comparison, as revealed in these pages of the scripture, we will have separate hierarchies. Thank you very much. Shri Sanatana Goswami Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Offering is going on, so maybe we can take a couple of reflections.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I have many takeaways and a few questions. Is that fine? I will put on a paper. So the first thing which I really liked was when Hanumanji was connecting to how the Lord is acting with the Pandavas and how he is acting with him. So the way he was connecting that with Pandavas, the Lord is like this, and then with him. So like not in a mean way that the Lord is not giving me enough respect, but then with the kindness, the feeling that they're so superior. And then as you told that the 14 qualities of Hanumanji, all the ways how he acted and helped Ramji through his journey in Vanvas and all. So I really like that also. And the way Hanumanji always notes that the Pandavas have done the work superiorly. Not with envy that no, he's done more than you, but that they're doing the same task happening superiorly. And then there's many, like you refer to Bhima, Arjuna and Yudhishthira, that how Hanuman told that he's lucky. So for Bhima, I like that he told Hanumanji refers that he's lucky since he's Bhima's brother. So he's very lucky that one of his brothers is a Pandava. And then Arjuna, because Arjuna is so dear a brother, offered his sister to marriage. That's how dear of a friend Arjuna is. And for Yudhishthira Maharaj, how many sacrifices Yudhishthira Maharaj conducted just to get the darshan of Krishna. Now I have a few questions.
Let others share something and you put their questions. They are waiting for the mic.
Choose the best question, I said, one question.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if I'm right, but Ram and Krishna are the same personalities and souls. So they're same people and the same soul, but then they're in different personalities. Am I right? Like, is that correct? Or am I confused?
The Lord has multiple forms. In some forms he is very playful, sweet, and in some forms he is very majestic, grand. In some forms he is very sober, and in some incarnations he does some specific activities only. The purpose of the incarnation is only to do that activity, no other activity. You can't find Balya Leela for Narasimha. There's no baby Narasimha. You don't find naughty pastimes of Parshuram. Not pastimes. He did a pastime. So different incarnations maintain certain moods. So Ram and Krishna ultimately are the same, but their moods are different. Their manifestation pastimes are different. The way they deal with their devotees, the way they conduct themselves is different, and the difference is variety. The Lord can perform varieties of pastimes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Two quick takeaways. A real friend is one who brings us closer to Krishna. So that's one takeaway for me. And the other one, any misery that brings us again closer to Krishna is an auspicious misery. We should treat that as mercy of Krishna.
Auspicious misfortune.
You were saying that maturity comes through sincere seva sadhana. Now, that was a good takeaway today we can from your lecture.
One Hare Krishna.
Whenever we get tried of doing services or some other devotional bhakti or something, so we should look on better devotee that they are doing better than us. As Krishna showed that Hanuman is better than. That is a take.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, pure devotee is separation from Lord by remembering the Lord. The conditioned soul is separation from the Lord.
Should I spell for darshan, not for darshan but for services?
I really like Sita Mataji's points that you spoke today. Though we all know that Sita Mataji was surrounded by so many Rakshasas. She gave us the vision today to experience what exactly she was experiencing, because there are so many, each one is so demoniac, and that she had to stay in between them.
To maintain one's pure consciousness in such an
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Narada Pranam. So over the last few sessions, my takeaway is that we have seen devotees glorifying others out of humility, out of humbleness. But today we saw Hanuman glorifying others and feeling very excited about it. He was so lost in the glorification where he used the casual tone. So lost in it, and even Narada Muni was also so lost in this. So that is one takeaway, to be very excited in glorifying other devotees.
While appreciating other devotees, he did not compromise on his own personal sadhana, personal attachment to Lord Ramachandra.
Yes, yes.
So you accept someone else's glory, but you be confident in your own personal connection and personal service. Sometimes what could happen is, I am doing this service, they are doing better service. They are doing better service, but I am committed to doing this service and they are happy with it. Like that.
Forever he stays in Kimpurshal.
Forever, not sure. But as of now, he is in Kimpurshal. Wherever the Lord Rama was there, he
There will be no humans left in Kimpurshal. Visiting the
Where is
Not
that?
Goloka, it's in this material.
Material.
So in this material world.
Okay.
It's in the
Jambudvipa there are 9 varshas. One of the varshas is Impurusha Varsha.
okay. Any other points? Yes.
One good point what I felt today is that there are some critics for Rama, some critics for Krishna, but no one criticized Hanuman. That I really.
Great. Thank you very much. You want to say something? Aradhya? Huh? Any questions? Yes.
Why Lord Rama didn't take Hanuman with him? Because we are practicing to go back to Godhead.
Because Hanuman is not a practitioner, he is a perfected devotee. And his presence here is meant for our upliftment. His auspicious presence in this Bhumandala will purify and sanctify this atmosphere. So the Lord leaves some of his devotees, pure devotees here for the upliftment of conditions. And he will also participate in other leelas of the Lord as the Lord expects him in future.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dhanavad Prabhuji.
Yeah, we can see it. Tell me.
Yes.
Prabhuji, ఇది భాగవతం సంబంధించిన క్వశ్చన్ ప్రభుజీ. మామూలుగా భాగవతంలో క్యాంటో 1, క్యాంటో 2 విష్ణుమూర్తి పాదంలో నిద్రలు చేస్తాయి. క్యాంటో 3, 4 ఏమో థైస్ అలా హెడ్ వరకు 12 క్యాంటోస్ చెప్తాం కదా ప్రభుజీ. అసలు ఏంటి ప్రభుజీ, అది ఏ నిద్రలు చేస్తాడు ప్రభుజీ?
By reading Bhagavatam, we are taking darshan of Krishna. That's the purpose of that comparison. By systematically reading Bhagavatam from the first canto to the last canto, we are understanding the Swarupa of Krishna. Okay?
క్యాంటో 3, 4 చదివాం ప్రభుజీ. అంటే
You will understand the Swarupa. It will take some time. It will take some time.
ఓకే థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Hare Krishna, it's very late, so let us thank His grace, Gauranga Darshan Das Prabhu, with 3 loud and enthusiastic. How many more sessions are there? How many want it to be more than 3? Oh, please let us not want us to extend it. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much to everyone to come. Very, very grateful. If somebody wants to sponsor prasadam or do some seva in this glorious day of Narada Muni, you can speak to Shri Gopal Prabhu. Hare Krishna.